Not saying white people are trash. We're saying white people come and understand where we're coming from. But with men, we're saying men are trash.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reacting to a video titled, "Does the term men are trash have a positive or negative impact?" So let's go ahead and get right into this video, guys. Make sure you guys don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and show your support to the channel by hitting that subscribe button. So here we go.
Real, yeah, on Twitter, every time I've seen men are trash, they're talking about men are trash in relationships. Someone's cheated, this, that, and the other.
We can use it for that.
It
depends on who you follow. Because when I see men are trash, I see a lot of comments about domestic violence, abuse, consent. So I also think it depends on who you follow.
Like they use it like it's literally just like,
yeah,
oh,
like he
didn't open the door for me, he's trash, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, they just throw around the term very loosely. And if a man was to say women are trash, he would be canceled. He would pretty much be canceled in society. So the fact that they're able to just discard men like a used napkin, like it's nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's
but seriously,
it's ridiculous. Like it's comical. It really is at this point. But let's continue.
Yeah, there are a lot of young girls on there talking about men are trash, my man cheated on me, yeah. And there are also women on there talking about men are trash because I was a victim of domestic. Men are trash because disproportionately women are at an exceedingly high amount compared to men. So I also think you have to take that into account. So when people do say men are trash, in my opinion, one, I don't think they are necessarily saying, "Oh, men are trash, you all suck, you must die." Like, no, it's not that deep.
Actually, some people do say that. Some people do say that.
But I think when they say men are trash, it's
we're not gonna go
as a patriarchal group and society, like you said, as a whole, men do a lot of trash things.
They do.
Yes.
Yeah, women do trash things as well. But men have built the world that you live in, right? Are the architects trash? The construction workers that built this studio that you live in, like, are they trash? Like the people that fly the planes, you know what I mean? Like, are they trash? So what are we talking about?
No, the people that they're referring to are the guys that specifically the men that they chose to go on a date with or date and then, had a bad experience with. Those men are trash.
Right.
But take it back a step. It's the men that you choose.
Right.
So if you choose a better man, you will not have a trash man.
Right. So why are you attracting trash men?
That goes into it deeper,
But that should be the narrative.
Yeah.
Versus men are trash.
Because there are amazing men, right? And just how there's amazing women. So you shan't. I just hate this thing of like women are trash, men are trash. It's like you choose the person. You know what I mean?
There's no accountability here.
Yeah.
I understand that they benefit from society and we don't.
And we
you
don't.
Get that.
Economically as well.
But why do we have to say men are trash? Why
because they want to acknowledge their privilege, which is trashy behavior.
Yeah, but I don't think men.
It's the same way when we talk about race and we say like, oh, like, for white people to help like black people, they need to like not let go of their power, but they need to help us as well.
Be an ally.
They need to be an ally.
But in that instance, so, we're not saying white people are trash. We're saying white people come and understand where we're coming from. But with men, we're saying men are trash.
But isn't there white men? So like what are they saying? They're talking about white people, but white men are included in white people. So it sounds like they're talking about black men. That's what it really.
That's what's coming down.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Is black men are trash.
Yeah.
I think when encourage men.
It's a nice hook.
It sounds good on a t-shirt.
Yeah, but how does it feel? How does it feel on the part of men? Like, how is it meant to be encouraging
to go to Amina's point, I've had men DM me saying, "Look, I am an ally to women. I believe I'm a feminist. I look out for women. I care about women's issues. But to see men are trash every day online is really difficult for me." And they have asked me.
One in the army pants is not having it. She's just like tough cookies. That's exactly what she's trying to say. It's like too bad, so sad. It's like, I don't think she gets how much is perpetuated. Like, it's literally everywhere. Women are constantly always throwing around this term of men are trash. You know what I mean? And it's, again, like you said, there's no accountability that's being taken because those men who are trash, you chose them. Right? The men that are doing good and the one that she was saying that DM'd her that is probably a good man, whatever, are you checking for him?
Right.
You know what I mean?
The guys that are good, good are invisible to these women.
Yeah.
They don't see them. And that's really what it boils down to. Like, they're not even on their radar.
You know what? I don't care. I'm not here to like wipe anybody's tears because they're not the ones.
No.
But they're not. Wait, I'm coming. Let me land. They're not the ones who are going through domestic. They're not the ones who are being. They're not the ones who are being catcalled. They're not the ones who are having to, fear for their life every time they walk down a road around, 10 p.m., 8 a.m. And this is
exactly
like
some,
they do, but not near as close as women.
I do
so I think it's
that.
ridiculous that sometimes, even I swear to God, guys, if one of us just go down the road and if you don't get catcalled by someone around the junction, I will honestly put money in someone's PayPal.
But girls catcall too.
But it's very
Not to the same
unlikely.
degree, though.
No,
Okay.
Today's modern women, you can't over sexualize yourself and then complain about men catcalling you, right? Like, if you are conservative, like if you look at different religions, right, such as Islam and things of that nature, like majority of the women are covered for certain reasons, right? So if you're covered up and looking presentable, the chances of a man disrespecting you and, calling you the B word and the S word will decrease significantly, right? So you got to portray yourself as if, how you want to be portrayed, right? So if you want to be portrayed respectfully and presentable, then that's how you have to present yourself to the world.
I do understand the idea of like, obviously, like, I get what you're saying, like, it's true.
But
I do understand as well the premise of the fact that constantly saying that men are trash, especially in relation to relationships and stuff like that. I don't think
they're bigger issues.
Like,
it's affecting their
It's
mental,
not. Thank
like
you.
that.
They can get over it. Boo hoo. Like, there are bigger things going on in the world.
Do you think men are trash is a trend? Because I personally think it's a trend.
No,
It's not
I
a
think it will
trend.
continue until things.
I
are
think
equal.
because of the internet, everybody's sharing their stories.
You're looking for something that doesn't exist. It's really what it is. And as we said in previous videos, society has overcorrected what's happening. Women have more rights than ever, but yet they're still complaining and looking for more and more things. Like when is enough? Like what else do you want?
That's the thing. It's never enough, right? I think that's kind of that's just what it is. Women are, once you're given like a certain amount of, let's say,
Options.
whatever, right? It's never going to be enough. It's like, all right, now that I have these options, I want more. And now I got
more
that,
and more and
I
more.
want more.
Yeah. Like, it's just this endless loop.
Yeah.
And if you look back 50, 60 years ago, despite women having limited options, they were happier because they were in their role as a feminine woman. And again, you look at what's happening now, there's more and more women on medication and winos, right? But let's continue.
These things more, which I think is really good. Like, it lets us see that these things aren't made up. Everyone's going through the same thing, and we all have a story that we can relate to, or know someone who has a story that we can relate
but I just don't feel like, obviously, I've got brothers.
to. Okay, Bella.
And
Wow. The savagery.
like, I have brothers,
Yeah.
right? And I wouldn't appreciate it if, like, women saying that my brother is trash.
But then
Do you know
no.
what I mean? And that's what I mean, though. Like,
personal.
no, but that's what, in relation to the fact that someone DM'd Tony and was like,
Then that's what she should have told him.
On the flip side, I have a brother, and he doesn't think men are trash is an issue because he knows he's not trash. So for him, it's like, okay, they say men are trash. Men are trash. I'm not trash, but men are trash.
And the thing is, men know they're trash.
He looks at it from the point of an ally, and he understands the purpose of the hashtag, the purpose of the statement.
Of course.
So if you talk to my brother about men are trash in its entirety as a hashtag, he's not offended.
Yeah.
He's not offended because he doesn't fall into that category. But what's ironic about Twitter, the men that get the most angry
Are the
are
trashiest
the
ones, the
ones.
sleaziest.
Yes.
They're the culprits.
Yes. The ones that are misogynist, the ones that harass.
The men that get mad at the term men are trash is because it's constantly said and no one is like standing up for it, right? Because oh my gosh.
Well, men are afraid to speak out.
Yeah.
Because
they don't
again,
get
they'll
canceled.
get canceled, they'll get called misogynistic, and if you're not going with the narrative and the agenda of what's going on, then you're considered an outcast to society, right? So men are watching channels like us, Kevin Samuels, to get the truth, and they're coming here to express themselves because they have an outlet, right? Because if you look at, Steve Harvey's of the world and The View and things of that nature, they're pandering to women.
Yeah. No, and I agree. So yeah, men just need to like really do need to speak up more. And anyways, yeah. Well, I guess we'll see what else I have to say.
The ones that ridicule women, the ones that women, they're the ones who are most anti men are trash.
Okay, let's throw this. I'm just gonna play devil's advocate. No, I don't play.
You
I play
play
God's
you think you can play
advocate.
it?
I am not the
Angel
devil's advocate. I am God's
Got a halo on her
advocate.
head.
Okay. What I was gonna say is that if you were categorized into a particular group, and a whole bunch of people were saying something about this particular group constantly all the time, would you not feel away or feel triggered that you are putting me in this group
And I'm not
If
that.
I'm not that.
if my
Like-
group was doing that, then I can't make any noise. I'm sorry, but since growing up, we have always, let's be real, since growing up, have you not had uncles or cousins who are men who said, don't talk to him, or do you know what I mean? Like always warning you about boys because they knew
They
of what they
know
were
of
capable
that,
of.
right.
Now that we know what they're
fact that
capable
as a
of,
child,
they don't want
you're
us
being
to read.
warned about the
They don't want
opposite
us to
sex
tell
in
them.
that
They
way.
don't want us to like share the
And
message.
I
Why are we not allowed to do
So
that?
what-
All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and end this madness. She's basically saying men are capable of bad things, but then what about women? Like, aren't women capable of bad things? So I don't understand what their argument is. Like, what are your final thoughts?
She's trying to say that women are perfect, I guess, because you have to be careful of all these men because they're just terrible people. Like I don't know what she's trying to say here. But no, I don't believe in this narrative. I hate hearing the term men are trash because I know so many good men. And I think that's why I get so mad hearing this. I'm triggered by it because I'm like, I have way too many good examples of good men around me. Whereas I know that this is not true, right? Like that's not men. The majority of men are not trash. Okay,
Right.
like that's
And
just
you
my
grew up
thing.
you grew up with your father, of course, and you have a good relationship with him even to this day, and he's instilled values in you that have impacted your dating in a positive way
Yeah.
to get the outcome that you want.
But not even just my dad, but I guess guys that like, cousins and like guys that I went to school with and whatnot, like there are really good guys out here. And it's just, I hate hearing this term because it's like, I know there are some men who, do some bad things. There are some women who do some bad things, right? It's not just trying to pin it all on one gender. It just isn't, it's not accurate.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and end this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.
Bye, guys.